Hello and welcome to the Ground and Pound Show. Craig?
I'm Craig, he's Sean.
I'm Sean. Lovely hat, Craig. Thank you
Thanks
for wearing it
very much.
today for the video.
Thank you.
Listen, Craig, a lot of stuff has happened this week.
It's been a very busy week. There's a lot to talk about.
Absolutely. Our biggest story of the week, Craig?
It has to be the whole trade deal between UFC and One Championship. Ben Askren might be swapping with Demetrious Johnson, and we could see Ben Askren in the UFC anytime soon.
Crazy news. This is the first time it's ever been done, a trade deal in the history of combat, martial arts sports. Well, probably combat sports too. It's
probably, it's just a bit mad to see something like this in MMA. I mean, we only see this in the likes of football and basketball and stuff.
Exactly.
It's just crazy.
I'm
very interested in it. I like it now.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
I can't wait to see Ben Askren in the UFC.
Yeah, poor Mighty Mouse. I mean, he's had an unbelievable run, given so much to the company. Obviously, he just doesn't draw. He's not getting enough respect. He's not getting love. If he got love from Dana, he would have automatically got that rematch straight away. I mean, there's no other champion more worthy of a rematch than him, Mr. Ben Askren.
Funky Askren.
Yeah.
And it's going to be very interesting to see him in the welterweight division, seeing as he does train for the champion over in Rufus Sports.
Yes, absolutely.
But as we all know, this week he's put the whole roster on blast. He's called every single man
without it even being confirmed that he signed the UFC.
It's not confirmed.
He's called out absolutely everybody. Firstly, I have to say, from the UFC fighter's standpoints in this whole thing he's kind of throwing out there, like, it hasn't been confirmed that he signed yet. Why would they start tweeting at him? But he tweeted anyway. Notice not one of these welterweights is saying my name right now. They think if they hide their heads in the sand, some other poor lamb will be taken for slaughter. And fair enough, no one did reply until, of course, Platinum Mike Perry had to jump in. And Platinum Mike Perry said, I was waiting to beat Cowboy Cerrone first, but I threw my name out there on Insta. I see him saying nobody's saying anything, so let it be known, at Ben Askren, gonna need some aspirin if I can get my name on the contract with him. That wrestling shit don't scare me, bitch. And then Ben replied, well, I appreciate you being the young one with courage, Mike, but let's be real, you suck, and you know you aren't getting the shot. Then Ben went on to call out everyone, including Darren Till, the Diaz brothers. He's on a mad
Jorge Masvidal, GSP, everybody. He's gone for everybody.
But it's going to be very exciting seeing him finally step into the UFC.
There's a lot of great matchups there for Ben Askren.
Yeah.
I'll just say as well, DJ is going to be like a duck to water over in Asia, because one, invest a lot in the lower weight classes over there. They even have like a male's atomweight division, 105 pounds. So DJ's going to be a major star over there in the 125 pound division.
And also in some big news, we have the return of Mr. Jon Jones to the microphone himself, and Gustafsson and his Cyborg and Nunez. They're all going to be at a press conference.
Not MSG, just in New York next week for the press conference on Friday.
It's going to be good.
And that should be a good one now. It'd be great to see Jon Jones finally back doing a bit of press for the UFC. So it'll be interesting to see what he's like back now.
I wonder if he'll cry again. Also, another fight announced this week, Craig.
There's been 2 fights announced this week for the Toronto card, UFC 231. So, Cowboy Oliveira, Alex Oliveira, is going to be fighting the returning Gunnar Nelson. He's actually been out for a while now, and he's finally coming back to the welterweight division, and that should be a great fight now. I'm really looking forward to seeing Gunnar back. And also back is Mirsad Bektic, the Bosnian. He's going to be taking on Renato Moicano, who just finished Cub Swanson in his last fight, and that was a great performance from him. So that's 2 very interesting fights now for UFC 231. This week, Alistair Overeem, the Reem, is returning. He's going to be taking on undefeated fighter Sergey Pavlovich at UFC Beijing. That's the Curtis Blades, Francis Ngannou card. So it'd be great to see Overeem back as well.
Some heavy hitters in that card, man. One European fighter called Conor McGregor took to Instagram the other day and put up a very long post breaking down his fight at UFC 229.
He went into detail about
it. Yeah, he went into a lot of detail, gave his what he thought was his synopsis. But then Ali Abdelaziz, Khabib's manager, hit back with an extra long post calling out Conor McGregor and breaking down the fight in his own eyes, and finished it off with, go open a liquor store and focus on selling alcohol, especially after all the shit you talked. Just STF you and move on. So Ali Abdelaziz has been very vocal about the fact that Conor does not deserve a rematch, never mind an immediate rematch in general, but he's going to get it.
I'd like to see Conor have a couple of fights though before he fights again.
Absolutely. And Dana White also came out this week, and Dana White said that he would like to see Tony Ferguson fight next. Yeah.
So last weekend we had Cage Warriors 98, took place in Birmingham, and the main event in that card was Ross Houston. He was taking on the welterweight champion Paterno, and that fight went to the distance, and it was a fucking cracker of a fight now. Back and forth. Houston buckled Paterno. Paterno dropped Houston in the 4th round. I actually scored the fight a draw when I was watching.
Okay.
So I had a 10-8 to Paterno at one stage, but Houston actually came away with the win. Still remains undefeated.
This weekend taking place, we have UFC Fight Night 138. Volkan is taking on Smith. Volkan Ozdemir and Anthony Smith. It's going to be no time. Anthony Smith has been putting in some hells of performances over the last couple of
he's been great ever since he moved up to light heavyweight from middleweight, you know. So he's been fucking knocking people out left, right, and centre. Like he's not bringing up a lot of power with him. Like you know, it's just extra weight. So he's a heavy hitter now. And
also we have the GOAT. Artem Lobov, he's taking on Michael Johnson. Yes, and he actually came out this week, Artem, and said that if Michael Johnson doesn't make weight, he's going to, as a fighter would usually take their purse, well, whatever, 20% of the purse, he's going to give it right back to Michael Johnson because he took it on short notice. Which
I've a lot of respect for Lobov.
Gangster move, honestly. Man. That's a really nice thing to do. So
obviously, Johnson stepped in on short notice for this fight, and he's respecting the fact that he's taking this fight on short notice, so he's not going to penalise or whatever.
And also released last week, just around the time that we were putting up our video last week, it was announced that Luke Rockhold is out of UFC 230 for the co-main event against Chris Weidman. So stepping in to take his place on short notice is Mr. Jacare. And Jacare, who was set to fight David Branch. David Branch is now going to fight Jared Cannonier. It's going to be a hell of a lot of heavy hitters, a hell of a lot of mix and matches within the middleweight division.
Really looking forward to Weidman, Jacare now.
Probably more so than Rockhold and Weidman, to be honest. To finish off with this bit of news this week, in a deal worth $1.25 billion, Fox have bought the rights to WWE's SmackDown Live.
Really?
Yeah, they have. So they're going to start airing SmackDown Live on Fox Network, and Fox executives are looking for a more sports feel to the show. So they've acquired the talent of Mr. Daniel Cormier. He's done a tryout this week. Daniel Cormier is a big WWE fan. They want to have him on board as a live commentator for the show to add a more sports feel to it. So very interesting stuff. If Daniel Cormier leaves, he'll be on the full-time schedule with WWE. He won't be able to do the UFC schedules. Anyway guys, that's all for this week's Ground and Pound show. Thank you so much for joining us. If you have any questions or inquiries or anything about the show, make sure to drop them down in the comment section below. DM us on Instagram at Ground and Pound Show, at O'Haragram, at Donald Sean Carey, at Gareth_Sweeney. Until next week, stay beautiful. San Diego. Stop breathing.